So another topic that I've talked a lot about over the years with independent filmmakers and even actors who want to do their own production. Again, hi, James Adam Tucker here, longtime filmmaker, director, writer, and editor. So a lot of times when I meet actors and they want to do their own production and they haven't done anything yet and they don't even really know how to get started. They want a script, they've never written anything, they haven't studied any screenwriting programs, they haven't even read any screenwriting books. The one piece of advice that I always give them, if you're planning to write something that you want to produce yourself, is write around what you have access to. I've done that many times over the years. I used to work as a work-for-hire writer, director for a small production company here in Los Angeles called Vista Street Entertainment. And we did a lot of productions with them, and they would give us a certain budget. They would tell us what they would like the film to be about. This was the days of direct to DVD, even before that, direct to VHS. And we would write what I call, at that time, shelf fillers, where they kind of had the market cornered on those type of films, very low budget B movies. So we would write to the resources that we had available. Maybe sometimes they would even come to me with the actors they wanted to use that they had worked with previously. So I would always make a list of everything they had available, and we would focus the script on that. A lot of times we had some pretty interesting, over the years, we had some pretty interesting locations that were available to us, bars, restaurants, small businesses. But again, the main thing you want to make sure, if you're writing a production that you want to do yourself as an actor, or maybe a first-time filmmaker, you're making a short, you want to take tally of your resources. I always tell people, you want to make sure you know what you can get on screen so that your film has some production value. You don't want to just shoot in your apartment. You don't just want to shoot out in the street. You want to use some resources to make your film more interesting. You want to give it some production value. You don't have to purposely make it look, unappealing as far as low budget goes. If you're shooting something, you're an actor, and you want to get together with some friends, and you want to shoot some scenes to maybe just practice, maybe potentially make something for your reel. Think of what resources you have. Again, when I worked with Vista Street Entertainment, we would sometimes rely on the actors because actors had resources that they had no use for. One time I did a production and the actor's uncle was the manager at a Hilton out in, I think it was Laguna Beach or something like that. So we ended up getting, for free, the presidential suite to shoot in. So you never know. They call those location miracles also. So you want to take advantage of those things. You want to see what other people that you're working with can bring to the table. But again, you want to write around the resources that you have available. Don't just start writing a script and put in locations that there's no way you could get those locations for free. A lot of times writers or new actors will send me scripts and I will start to read it, and then they have a train station, they have a hospital, they have a courtroom, just unreasonable stuff for a no budget production. So again, this is just going to be a short little video about writing your own content that you want to produce. Is it worth it? Is it something that's valuable? Again, I say make sure you keep in mind what your resources are, and you write those into the script. You might want to make what I used to do too. Number one, we'd make a list before we even started the script. We'd have some vague idea of what the topic was going to be, but we'd have a long list of available resources, location resources, and we would figure out how we can work those location resources into our script. Sometimes the locations end up playing, a major character, like a major character in the story. So I know there's a lot of writers out here who are professional writers or want to be professional writers, and this is like a foreign idea to them. But it's a great idea for independent filmmakers. It's a great idea for actors wanting to shoot their own content, shoot and edit their own content. Take a page from the old days of direct to VHS filmmaking. And, I'm not the only person who did that. Many small, starting out independent producers, directors would do that. They come up with their idea based on the location they had available. So keep that in mind. That's something that anyone can do, and it's going to make your project look like it has some production value. Because production value, if you want to show this to someone, if you're using it for a reason, a resume piece, something like that, something that you want to maybe focus on your acting talent. You maybe want to focus on your editing skills. You may want to focus on your, your writing skills. So just think of it as if you're making something for your resume. In the olden days, people would make shorts, and that was their idea, to take this short film and show the value of their work, their skill, their talent, and use that to potentially get other larger jobs. People still do it on a lesser amount these days, I think. Again, because there's such access to high quality equipment that the world has turned upside down as far as filmmaking goes. But you still need the basic elements. You still need the basic elements: a good script, good acting, good editing. But it doesn't have to be something that you can't do because you don't have those resources anymore. That's gone. I remember the days of renting cameras, renting editing facilities, editing on film. So there's a lot of things that don't even pertain to new young filmmakers anymore. Those barriers have been removed. But in closing, make sure that if you're writing something, you're using the resources that you have available to give your project some production value. I'll see you again in the next one.